Tiffany Dawn. She got it going on. Your hair bestie and my husband, Akeem favorite, also known as Keemy or Keem in all the previous episodes where I mentioned his name. Guys, we've got a good episode today. We're talking about love. We're talking about family. We're talking about Black love and the Black family. But before we get into that video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. All our handles will be down below. Y'all ready for this video?
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Don't be shy. Okay?
No, don't be shy.
Okay. You see me look a shy. You see me look a nervousness.
No, man. I'm good.
So, like I said, we're going to be talking about love and the Black family. Black love specifically.
Mm-hmm. I love Black love, by the way. I'm pro Black love.
Me too. I love.
Yeah.
I mean, I go on Instagram and I look at the hashtag sometimes just to see.
Because it's just like royalty to me. I don't know.
I know. It's like a different level of love. It's like,
it is
love, but then there's Black love, and you're like,
I feel like it has something to do with like the struggle we've been through and finding like a couple that has really like pushed through.
Yeah.
And they are building each other, like iron sharpen iron type of love. Like I'm looking for
like the
love.
Barack and Michelle kind of love.
My Lord.
When you
Barack and Michelle, yes. But did you see their South Side love story?
No.
Okay, well,
the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure. She was hating on him for a while.
She was like, yeah.
She was hating on your boy.
But hey, she stuck with him.
She did.
This is Keem's story.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Don't let him go off into it.
Hating on you for a while, not give you opportunity.
He's gonna tell you about the 10 years where I ignored him, and then all of a sudden said, "Hey."
Yeah.
But you know what? You may have felt that she ignored you, but it wasn't the time for you guys to be together.
I always say that. Even though I get her about this whole thing, I always say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
God knew.
God knew. He knows what he be doing.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that we could talk about because of Black love is, that man or woman who sticks by their significant other in that low moments of life.
And in those high moments.
Right? Because there's some men and women like, yeah, you got nothing, I don't want you kind of thing. But then the minute they see you elevate yourselves and then they want to come and step your way. But it's like, nah, bro, sis. Like,
yeah, for sure. I have a story about this couple that they got married. Mm-hmm. They got married during the week, so I had to take time off of school and work.
Wow.
And couple years down the road, he got really sick. The husband got really sick.
Oh.
The lady said,
wow.
And we out like that, bumped it. Like she was like, bye.
She wasn't
telling her
how sickness added.
She left him. She left him while he was sick in the hospital. She left him. There may be underlying, I don't know the full gamut of the story, but there may be underlining things that were happening. But the fact is, you left your husband while he was sick. And that's what the world saw. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So that was a waste of school.
and Didi could tell you, when her and I were getting together and we were talking, getting to know each other on a deeper level, I said to her, I have a back condition. It's called spondylolisthesis.
He's been like bedridden and
so I've had moments where I can't get out of the bed. I do everything in the bed, like everything, right? And I'm like, can you handle that? Can you know that there's gonna be times where I'll be
Didi, can you handle this? Kenny, can you handle this? Hey. Tiffy, can you? I don't think I can.
No, but think that goes back to what you're saying about the underlying things, right? These are conversations that you have to have with your spouse before to know,
right.
no, there are moments where I'll get to this. Can you
to this point? Yeah.
You know, what's the point?
And you know that our situation was different because I knew in advance, and Keem also knew in advance his medical stuff, but I don't have any medical stuff. So I would then ask him, can you handle if the roles were reversed?
So I've always thought to myself, like, I don't want this to come out bad at all, but I need you to hear me out.
Yes.
Would you date someone who is physically challenged? Let's say they may have to be in a wheelchair, or they may need like special care outside of like your normal way of living. And for me, I just didn't have the desire to willingly go in there. But if I go in there and then you fall downstairs and you bust up your neck and you bust up your arm, then hop on my back. We're going to ride this out.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I also have to understand where I am as a person, and do I want to be a night nurse willingly? And you know, God bless the people that do it, because there are plenty people on this earth who do it.
Well, you said it. Well, for me, I know I wouldn't go out there to find a spouse that has a challenge, right? If, like you said, we get married or we're dating and things happen, that's different. But for me to go out there and I see someone that's, you know, in a wheelchair, for example, or has one hand, I don't know how comfortable I'll be, but it's different when I'm married to you and that happens. It's the same thing with me, where if I knew that my condition was something that would permanently put me in a wheelchair, and I saw DJ, I'm like, yo, I really want you. But I wouldn't want her to marry me. Because I'm like...
Not everyone's like you, though.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But I'm looking at it in terms of, you know, you're young, you have your whole life ahead of you, you want to have kids, you're in your career. I cannot be the man you want me to be in a wheelchair. I can't.
Well, hey.
So free yourself.
Free yourself.
Yeah. It's different, because I saw this guy, I don't want to go too far off topic, but I saw this guy had no arms, no legs, and he was a motivational speaker. So maybe like that to him was like maybe manly in itself. I don't know. So, but the fact is, I just don't have the wheelchair sticker for anyone right now for Boaz.
But what I'm also getting from your message is that love comes in all different shapes and sizes.
It does. It does. And we have to honor that.
Yeah, there's someone really out there for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this in at least 2 videos, the girl chats and something else, but I did not expect to be here. Like,
I know.
To be married. So, you know, if I can find somebody as rough as I am, as rude as I can be, child, you out there that I'm talking to, somebody is right.
Guys, the joke is that she is Scotch bonnet.
Okay.
When she wants to be. So
are you agreeing? Are you agreeing? He's over here like nodding his head. What?
The thing is, when we come off of this, you guys still have to be together.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have some lunch.
You're not on a separate Zoom. Okay.
So let's kind of segue into, we're talking about love, we're talking about Black love. And one of our questions we have today is, you know, what is your love language?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Tell the people your love language.
Physical touch.
Duh.
So physical touch is like
and that's so annoying, but duh. Okay.
I understand. Physical touch is his number 1. Physical touch is my number 5, like 4 or 5. Like it's at the bottom for me.
But physical touch, not in the sense where I'm just feeling up.
Yeah,
like,
you're blind.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that kind of physical touch. Like,
see how we sit right now? If I were like this, he'd be happy.
Yeah, or I'll do something like this.
Yeah.
Just to have her, you know? I just like
she's not going. That gives me like Michael Jackson vibes when he grabs his crotch all the time. It's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere.
I know, but I just love her. I just like to be close. I just need to
he loves
feel.
the touch. He loves
yeah. That's
Yeah, I used to talk to a guy who loved to cuddle a lot, and I'm like, that ain't me, bro. You gotta give me the distance. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Mine it's hard.
Yeah. Mine is gifts. I like gifts. Or I like words of affirmation. Yes. Those are my two.
First of all, you like to give gifts. For anyone who did not see Kimi's month-long gift giving, 2 gifts on some days.
Yep. That is definitely my love language.
And now the man has to struggle. What is July?
I'm telling you, yes, July.
The man is not begging for help from the people.
Not good. So
is it gift giving, or do you like to receive gifts?
Okay, so it's words of affirmation, and I do love to give gifts. I don't really care so much about gifts myself. There's certain things that I'll see and I'll be like, Keem, I want this. And even if I don't get it, I'm like, whatever, because I wanted it and I didn't need it. But if I need it, I'm like, Keem.
But she would appreciate a good gift. Like if you give her something, say, oh, okay, thank you.
But I think we all appreciate a good gift, which is God. Hallelujah.
Come on now.
Come on.
Yes.
It looks good on you.
I'm just saying, that's the greatest gift.
What's your love language?
You know what? Lately,
it's good. Lately,
it's words. Like words matter.
Yes,
words matter to me, bro. I've been stuck in the gray zone so long that words matter. I need a concrete black or white. We talked about this. This is why I'm wearing the black and white. Yeah, because this is how I am, honey.
What is it about words that matter? Like,
words, they back up or they align with your actions.
Okay.
So I don't need just words. I need it with the actions.
Okay.
Let me get actions with word on the side. So I'll supersize the words. Right? Right? If we're getting a combo here. So it's like I've had people since we're talking about like Valentine's Day relationships, like I had this guy show me things that he felt was necessary, but I wanted to hear stuff like, great, but I need to hear this thing from you. And I never got it. Never, ever. Never, ever.
Is this thing on? Never.
Is it on? Because I felt like my mic was on. I kept telling the deacon to turn up my mic. And they didn't do that in the Avery room for that entire situation. No, they did not. And so it was like, so words. It doesn't even need to be affirmation. Words are important.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're important. My other love language is definitely, I love to give anything I can. Quality time is cool, but I realize I like I think I've been so single that and coupled with COVID too, I'm okay with being by myself.
Listen, it's time.
Nothing's wrong with that, you know. A lot of people don't know how to love themselves and appreciate themselves. How to be alone. They always need somebody. But you have to understand that being by yourself is good enough. And until you can appreciate being by yourself, you can't appreciate someone else.
Preacher.
You gotta love yourself.
I felt that in my Shonda.
No, it's so true. Like I have a friend putting her business out there. She knows herself. I don't even have to say her name.
Come on now.
Once she comes out of a relationship, like
this is what I do.
Next one.
What she wants to.
Yep, I'm airing.
That's the laundry. That's
airing their dirty laundry.
Yeah, clothesline.
Because back to back, it's like, okay, invite so and so to the thing. Oh no, we're not together anymore. I'll bring this, and I'm like, oh,
I got shivers. That's so
okay. But like, you really don't know how to be by yourself and love yourself. You feel like you need that person by you to always I guess, validate who you are. I don't know.
And I think it also goes two ways. If you have grown up around a lot of people, which I have, I appreciate being alone. But if you have only grown up alone, you appreciate being around a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very you have to honor both ways,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
That's interesting because I grew up in predominantly, mostly my household. So it's just the four of us, including me. And I don't like people. And that's just three additional
No,
people.
that's just you.
You're right. You're right. I don't like being at home.
Jen Pop sing.
But I don't like people. And like you have
It's
a big
so
household.
weird because you're so interactive with people. It's
Yes,
so
exactly.
weird.
I don't understand it.
I know.
Don't
And that's why
understand it.
people thought that, we wanted a plethora of people at our wedding, or I'd want this. And I'm like, no, give me the 10. I'll take the 10. What? It was great.
10 is good enough for me. Thank you, Lord.
Exactly. So that's just me.
All right.
So speaking about valuing being alone sometimes, what can you do for self-love in terms of like, you give to others, right, Dee? You give to others so much. What do you do to give back to yourself to show yourself like you appreciate yourself?
I take long baths, or I drink. What are you gonna say?
Good. That's good though.
Yeah, or I drink. I like to drink tea and just like sit and bask in the moment and take for however long I want to take to just sit there. And I listen to nice music, usually gospel music because it lifts my spirit, and it keeps me very positive. Because every other music sometimes can stray me, but that music,
I'm telling you,
it'll keep me zoned in. I also recently started working out, and the people out there can tell you whatever it is that when you work out you release whatever. I don't know what it is. Is it the endorphins or
sweat? Yes, you release sweat.
Yes. And something else you release that really helps calm the body.
I think it's endorphins. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so I've been doing those stuff. Is there anything else I do?
No, not really.
I scream.
Ice
I think you're
cream.
stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, but that is to help with the self-care. That's people say woosah, just like woosah, deep breath in, deep breath out. No. That's me.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Kiwi, what do you do for self-love?
I go out on my own. No. Like now I don't do it because I got you. Right?
I do it. I run in my tub and put the Epsom salt and then come with wine glass and I'm like, relax.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. But before Didi, and she would tell you, I'm the kind of guy that used to run any and everywhere for everybody. Yes. So they call me, hey, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? No problem, I'm there. As long as I'm not working, I'm there.
Got it.
So I was always running and doing and lending of myself that I'll be so drained. And I'm like, man, I'm tired. So my way of taking care of myself was like, you know what, when I get paid, yeah, I know I got bills, but I'm taking a 20 or a 50 or 100. Whether I'm going to buy myself something nice or I'm going to buy something to eat. That's just me taking care of myself. Just buy myself something. Yeah. So that was my way.
Nice.
What do you do?
I would love to say I sleep, but I don't even sleep anymore at nights. And as a matter of fact, to be completely honest with you, I have not slept yet since 1 a.m.
Mercy.
It's just horrible. It's horrible. What do I do? Maybe buy my favorite food or play phase 10, something that I don't have to like really think about or put energy into. That's what I would do.
So what's phase 10?
Watch Lifetime movies.
Yes. I do not.
Like, I don't know. I don't really.
Wait, what's phase 10?
Phase 10 is a card game.
Oh.
It's a card game, and I'm addicted. I'm addicted so bad. And I take it seriously, but it also helps me to relax.
Yes, I forgot about my games. I do play games too. Kim always wonders why I play games, but sometimes you're right. It's good to not have to think.
You don't want to think.
Yeah, you just because I spend all day thinking or figuring out work stuff or everything else is just your brain actually has to work. For this, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, if I lose, I lose. It's just a game. Like
exactly.
Again. So this is so dumb, but whatever. It's so fresh, so I have to speak about it. I think I should just do this because I'm airing.
Air this dirty laundry, this dirty laundry.
So there was this guy that I used to play Phase 10 with all the time, but I got like so annoyed playing with him because he was such a horrible winner. And to me, I'm just playing because like it's just a game.
Yeah.
He's out here like, oh, congratulations, you won. I'm like, do you not understand? This is just a game. And you're making something that is so like not even important to me become a thing. And now I don't even want to enjoy this with you. I just don't want to. So the last time this guy asked to play with me, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, no.
Mercy.
Horrible. I'm like, it would be okay if he was cool about it. Like he was just joking. No, this guy's serious about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it took away from that.
Maybe he does it professionally.
Stop this.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta get out of here. It is not a profession. You do not even win real money. Okay.
Wow. So since yesterday was Valentine's Day, let's talk about what we did for Valentine's Day. Because we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let the people know.
Tell me the stories.
So what did you do for me, Kim?
I got the lovely lady some flowers and a box of chocolate.
Ooh.
I cooked her some dinner.
Wow.
You be doing bow, chicka, wow, wow.
We had a bottle of wine, the veggie one, of course.
Veggie wine.
Yeah, we did some of that too. And that was it.
The people's children. They're there. It was a grand time. Yeah. So it was so good we come on here matching. Look at that.
I tell you.
Wow.
You guys can't be
so what did you do, Tiff?
I do. So there's a practice, or not even a practice, a ritual that I started, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And maybe before that, I'm not sure because, I'm a professional single woman. So what I did, I realized in life at this moment, I can't wait for a man to do something for me. Like
Okay, never mind.
Let me finish and then you can
go ahead.
Break it down. I can't, because if I was in a relationship and I expressed, hey, I really want this. The first time I did something for myself, it was buying a Tiffany's bracelet.
Ooh.
And so it was my first like big purchase. And so I couldn't wait for someone to do that for me because now I wouldn't have a Tiffany's bracelet.
Yep.
I'm not like with someone. And, some people have that opportunity or the blessing of having someone contribute to something or do something for them in that caliber. So that's something that I would do. I would buy something nice, or I would basically order my favorite food. I would go to the grocery store. I get these it's like a $5 cake, but it's a mini cake. And it's either carrot cake or red velvet. This year I ordered from, I forgot the girl's name, but my friend Claudie, because she's just been promoting some really tasty stuff.
Yeah.
And some other vendors. So I ordered from them for my sweets. And then I would sit down and watch a movie by myself. That's really it. And kind of just have my comfort food, even though I am supposed to be working out. I deserve it. It's been
a hell
of a year thus far.
Yes.
And last year was crazy. So it's like, if anything, even more now, I realize I need to love myself and do things that will help me feel better about myself.
You know, I actually I'm sorry, you were gonna say something?
I was going to comment on something she said.
Yes, about the man buying.
The man, yeah. And the question I have is Valentine's Day a day that the men are supposed to cater to the woman?
No, I think it's two ways.
I agree. I think though society sometimes makes it seem as though it's
only a man's job.
Yes, to do something. And I think because of that, the males of society have taken it upon themselves. Well, some.
No, but that's too much pressure.
It is.
And then it's like, what happens for the rest of the year?
But that's my thing too, because
you're not gonna put one.
You exactly. I'm like, you don't need one day to show me that you love me or to love upon me or to buy me stuff. Hell, forget about the 14th of February. Buy me stuff every other random days on the 9th of March, on the 12th of something else, you know, do it like that. It doesn't mean that one day is like designed.
I do expect something though.
For Valentine's Day?
I sure do. A rose, a card, a chicken wing. I expect something because you know what? And I try not to, because I know I would just go all out. I have so much love in my heart for people, and I know how to give. And when I give, I give. But when I receive, it's like the smallest thing. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're that's amazing. I thought you were gonna say I want it to match.
No, I don't need it to match. The smallest thing for me, if you remembered, like, yo, this week she really wanted a Snickers bar, but she wasn't able to go get it. I'm gonna get her this, let her know that I heard you, I thought about you, and I have you on my mind. I don't even need, you know, the grand, you know, whatever. That is so, it doesn't matter.
That's interesting because when I was single, I didn't do anything. I didn't really care much for Valentine's Day. But what you have been doing these past couple of years is so important because that's really one of the times where you can actually spend growing yourself and learning how you love and how you want to be loved so that when someone else comes in the picture, you can be like, this is how I view love. This is how I would appreciate it or I want to see it. But I also don't really care for Valentine's Day, if I'm being 100% honest.
Really? I know so many males that don't care for it. And I'm like, you better care.
No, I will give you stuff every other day of the year and forget about February 14th. Like 100%. Hell, I just did 31 days.
Yes, understood. But that was your choice.
No. And I'm not saying that
You better give him something.
You know what, Kim? Don't make it sound like you didn't get nothing.
I'm not saying anything.
His thing was, what he got was priceless. Read my mind.
Honey, we are not saying a word because as we said in the beginning, you are Scotch bonnet when you want to be.
Okay.
So we already know to pick our poison. Okay?
Yes. I'm just saying. I just don't like how society makes it seem as though
you must.
Exactly. And I don't like that must mentality. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen these memes or just things all over social media that says, like, don't start a relationship with a girl between whose birthday is in January because then, and you start it with her in December because then you have to give her something for Christmas, you have to give her birthday, and you have to give her Valentine's. start
You actually
dating
don't
her
have to
in
give
March.
anything if you discuss it in your relationship.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying like these things have people sitting here like, whoa, Christmas I gotta give her something, Valentine's I gotta give her something. What if my money's not right? But then, like you're saying, it's all about a conversation.
Have to discuss that because there's couples that don't celebrate Valentine's Day. There's couples that don't believe in Christmas. Like my friend, before he got married, actually no, he never changed. He still doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Oh,
not a thing. My family, it is a tradition from breakfast all the way down to what we're doing in the evening, playing games as a family. We have tradition, you know, so it's like I need someone who would be able to adjust.
Yeah. And join in with that.
Join in. And because the other days, maybe I sacrifice Christmas for Valentine's Day if he doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. And maybe, but he just needs to know how that person needs to know how to love you.
Okay.
Right?
So you said something earlier, and now I got a question for you. Are you mad or are you disappointed that I may not have purchased something for you for Valentine's Day? Air out the laundry. Air out the laundry. This is my dirty laundry. Air it out. Dirty laundry. This dirty laundry.
So let me just
talk about it.
Iron out the laundry since you want to just
get me iron it. Tinkle.
You crush up, but let me just iron it out. All right.
Speaking to the mic.
Personally, I don't mind. As much as I enjoy holidays, so I love Valentine's Day.
They don't give you the time and a half.
Or even what do you call it? Special days. What do you call them?
Statutory.
However they are.
Not a holiday.
I enjoy special days like that. So the Valentine's Day, Family Day, always I enjoy it. But if I don't receive anything, it's not a big deal for me. But I do believe, as the man of the house, as the husband, if I have slacked throughout the year on loving my wife in whatever way possible, that this day is a day where I'm going to really show her some extra loving to show that, you know what, I may have forgotten to kiss you good morning every morning for the past 2 weeks, but I love you. I got you. We're in this together kind of thing. So that for me is important. I don't really care about receiving anything.
So do you feel any less loved?
No, I don't, because I know you love me. Okay. I know what we have. So a day doesn't display or signify to me whether you love me more or less, right? So it doesn't matter. Yeah. But
so you kind of said something about like family just now.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the things that happen in our families also tailor how we love each other and how we show love, how we give love, how we receive love, right? A man could like bust on a woman and then make love to her after, right?
Yes.
I don't want that order. I don't want any of that. No. But it's like I've seen that and I've actually heard about it, you know? And it's like, I don't agree with that. Like, if anything, that's the worst kind of love. So what would be something that you both learned from your parents in terms of love, and how did that affect your relationship now?
Okay, so for me, my parents I've never seen my parents separate without kissing or hugging. And that's something that I've
seen them kiss?
Yeah. I've seen my parents kiss.
Okay. That's like, it's like pokeroo in my house. But they do, and it's so weird, but I'll tell you that after.
No, like I've seen my parents kiss. I've seen so that's something that I've said to Keem, where if we're separating, I always want to chups. I don't care if we're at church, in a mall, wherever. If you're going in a separate vehicle, I'm going somewhere else, we must chups. God forbid.
Excuse me. The people out there in YouTube land, they want to know what chups is.
Okay. So a chups is a kiss, but it's not the full on make
a little peck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So chups equals Peck. Thank you so much for that.
So I just want a chips, and I say to him every morning, if you leave before I wake up, I need a chips. And you can ask him. Sometimes he's left, and I'll go through the day, and then when I see him, I'm like, you didn't chips me this morning, and I know you didn't chips me this morning. And he's
how?
Like, I'm sorry.
How?
Cause I don't know. Cause I sleep dead, but I just feel it.
She seems very dead.
I sleep dead, but I feel
wild.
the chips, and I'm like,
she's not sleeping, Akeem.
Clearly not.
Either she's not sleeping, or there are cameras.
Yes. I need to look.
Who would have put them up?
You need to look, because sometimes they're in teddy bears and the bow tie. I watch too much Lifetime movies to know these things, okay? But
change goes from red back to yellow. Nothing's in it.
Just making sure.
You see? So yeah, that's something that I took from my parents. My parents also did I guess communication stuff. So they had like family meetings to air stuff out. So I've taken that to make sure that our relationship stays healthy. So I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's do this. But hugging, chipsing, what else? What have you taken?
Well, as you know, my family is a bit different than yours. I grew up in a single family home. Single parent home. My father left when I was 3. However, my dad always kept in contact. So I knew the voice of my father, but never knew how he looked until I was about 9 or so, or 10. He was going to Barbados because his wife is from Barbados, and he had to stop in Toronto because he lives in Vancouver. And I saw my dad for the first time in the airport. Wow. So that was a special moment for me to know that, okay, the voice that I always hear, I can now put a face to it, right? So I appreciate the fact that even though my dad wasn't present for my life, that he always kept in contact. He always made sure to comment for birthdays, and a birthday card, give money. So that point, so that aspect of my father not being there, but still being there, was important to me. So for me now, I don't have any children yet, but I know that when the time comes that I want to be that dad that's always present. That I may not be physically there at a basketball game, but know that I'm present.
You know, call me too churchy, but that sounds like Jesus Christ. He's not here, but we hear his voice, and if we read the Bible, we will know his voice.
Know him.
Names of the living God.
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
And now, Dad will tell you, like, my father and I have such a great relationship.
Listen,
and you would think that I grew up with my dad.
I have yet to meet the man, but the amount of times that we've talked on the phone and I text him like, I love this man. I'm like, I can't wait to meet you in person, because like our bond is already there. He's like, hi, my daughter. I'm like, oh, hi, Dad.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. And then in terms of my mother, so you know, growing up in a West Indian home with a lot of kids, I don't know if you guys experienced that. Growing up within a West Indian home.
You're South American.
Anyways, my mother's side of the family is from Guyana, and my dad is Jamaican.
We're cousins because my mom is South American too.
Come on now. So I didn't hear a lot of "I love you." I didn't get hugs and kisses like you did.
I got that.
Right. So I knew my mom loved me because, you know,
you're her child.
I'm her child, but I just never received that affirmation or words like you mentioned, Tiff, earlier, of affirmation to back up the actions, kind of thing. So growing up, now not having a father, maybe not hearing "I love you" as much from home or getting a kiss, I never knew what was right or wrong in a relationship. I never knew how to properly love. So my view of love came from watching Family Matters. View of
I'm sorry, what?
Watching Family Matters.
Do the Erica. Do the
Right. My view of love came from watching the Cosby Show, because I saw these black couples on TV and they were so loving. They did things together. They talked about things. So I said, I don't know why I don't get that at home, but maybe that's how love should be. So growing up, I'm like, okay, I need to be a Bill Cosby. I mean, not Just on TV.
Well, I was gonna ask, where's Bill now?
Yeah, just on TV. Or you know,
Cliff.
Cliff. Be a Cliff. Thank you. You know,
Cliff Huxtable.
Yes.
Not Bill Cosby.
Not Bill. Cliff. Being a Cliff. Right? So
Child.
I don't know.
So that is
air out his laundry, sis.
That's some laundry right there.
Mercy. I don't fix it. But yeah, that's where I got my view of love from. So in a relationship, it was just like, okay, I need to figure out how to love this person in their love language. I need to figure out how to be able to do what she wants, but while also loving myself at the same time.
Yeah, so he had a lot of learning to do,
self-learning.
Whereas I was able to see it and, take from my parents.
And thank God for a church family, because even though I may have lacked certain things elsewhere, my church family really supported me throughout my 28 years, whether it's through education or just having leadership roles or having an aunt or uncle showing love. Like, I mean, now, anyways, but yeah, they did that, right? And that was my circle that really helped in the growing process. And I could say, helped with how I am as a person today.
Yeah. Tell us about your life.
So as we wind down, it's very short. We're not touchy-feely in this house.
You're not what?
Touchy-feely. Mm. They peck. My parents peck sometimes. Or sometimes they'll be like, give me a hug. Okay. But we're not like all up under each other. We're just not that breed. And I see it in my sister, even with her husband. She's not touchy-feely. With my mom, she's not touchy-feely. And me now, even with this, like these guys that I go out with, they want to cuddle. I'm like, yo, like, back up, bro. You're too close right now.
I understand.
I mean, in some respect, it's okay. Like, I know that's something that I'm going to have to, just be able to compromise with. But my parents do, like, especially when my parents were going to work, my dad used to work at night. My mom used to work during the day. But every morning, even if they had an argument day before that morning, they kiss each other before they leave the house. That's just it. And that's something that I had to learn from my dad because I didn't see it and see any of that because it's very private in their room. So my parents, and I see it with my sister's relationship with her husband. If you don't ask, they're not telling. It's very private. My brother and his wife, my mom and my dad. And so I know that it's not even falling in line. Like, we're just not, don't really share, just to share. Like, some people, like, I remember this girl, she would just post the text messages that her boyfriend sent her. And I'm like,
no. What?
No. Why are you doing it? I don't even care. Like, but it's like, so that's definitely how it impacts me. I just, please don't touch me unless I want you to.
I agree.
So yeah, it's not the best. It may come off a little bit cold, but like.
But my question then is, I guess I'll leave the people with this question. Is it a cultural thing? Is it what we do within our Caribbean-ish culture or our Black culture as a whole? Because I don't see a lot of Black people going out there choopsing.
Well, you know what was really crazy? It could be a cultural thing, but this couple, when church was a thing, I used to see them all up on each other, like, all the time. During COVID, they got separated.
Wow.
My Lord.
So that could have been just a thing they did in public.
Yeah.
To make it seem.
That's crazy. Optics, like, get out of here.
Nobody has time.
What happens behind the doors at home, that's who the people truly are. So I know my parents are like great people with problems, and I'm a great person with problems too.
Yes. And I appreciate that. And that's where we're going to end off. And guys, we want to hear from you. We want to hear how you celebrated your Valentine's Day, how you show love within your family, what tips and tools, or what are the things that you've done, or how has something impacted you from what you grew up with in your current relationship? Because these are important things. And like we mentioned before, know your love language.
Yes.
That's all we've got for today. But don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so that you stay in the know. Thanks for watching. That's Just TMI, where we are thought-provoking, motivational, inspirational.
Goodbye.
Bye.